So here comes a new challenger. Here I have the Jada Toys action figure of Fei Long from Street Fighter 2 Ultra. And I am super excited that I actually found this action figure out in the wild on store shelves. So, let's get into it. So here's a Street Fighter 2 arcade style packaging for Fei Long, and I did an in-depth review on this type of packaging when I did the Ryu action figure, and I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video so you can check out that review as well to see more of this in details. And we'll just go over this real quick, and I really love how they did the two-player style right here. But just as some noticeable differences, you have Fei Long right here in that pixel arcade style, which is awesome. Here's the side, the other side, and again, Fei Long's nicely displayed right there in the front. And here's the back, and the noticeable difference here is Fei Long is down in the front, Ryu was in the front of the other packaging. Here's the top, here's the bottom, which has got all the fun little details, and it's made by Jada Toys, obviously. So, let's go ahead and bust Fei Long out. So here's Fei Long, already unpacked, and in this details, I'm going to show you something a little bit later on that I can't believe Jada Toys allowed to happen with this action figure. But before we get into that, I want to show you something real quick that was in the packaging that's actually a pretty cool piece. And that is the art card behind him that is of Fei Long's fighting stage from, I guess, Street Fighter 2. So you can actually use him and have him posed in there if you want. So that's really cool that they offer this. All right, done with that. All right. So let's check out the details. So, looking at this guy, I mean, wow, he does look like the Kung Fu master that he is. You can definitely see that, you know, Fei Long is heavily inspired by Bruce Lee. And this figure is amazing. I mean, my gosh, what does he have, like 3% body fat? I mean, he's got muscles on top of muscles. He's got a great scowl look of a face, nice, great hair sculpt. Man, you even got great details on the ears. That's actually really impressive. Very mean mug, not very happy to be here, it looks like. As for the skin tones, I mean, really nicely done. I love the bit of the wash that they have here, really bringing out a lot of definition to all these muscles. It's something that's interesting that I'm going to bust up the Ryu figure out, and if you haven't seen that one, I'll leave a link to that post later on. But look at the skin. This one's more of a matte finish, where this one has a lot more gloss to it, and I kind of dig the matte finish more so. Let me know in the comments which one you like. Do you like this kind of style, the matte finish, or more of the glossy skin tone? So, alright. But again, he's got great details all over him. And just look at those pants. You got a lot of great texturized details on his Kung Fu pants. And love the shoes as well. I mean, I can already see he's doing all these wonderful high kicks. But other than that, I mean, that's all the details that he has. Oh, this is awesome. This is hilarious. Look, he's got nipples. I mean, you need more action figures with nipples, don't you? All right, let's check out some of the accessories. He has that flame kick right here. And they gave a great accessory that just inserts right into the leg like so. So that's going to be really awesome to do some great poses with him. And it's kind of a gummy texture. I love the translucency of it all. Love the coloring from orange to light yellow. It's really good. Let's set him down for a second. He's got these great alternate open hands. Really nice. I love that you actually can kind of, like, if the camera picks up, have vein details going on within his hands. That's really great. So these hands are awesome. Now, as I mentioned before, I can't believe Jada Toys allowed this to happen, but this is with his second head sculpt. I mean, it's a great head sculpt. I love the look of the face, but look at it. The skin tone does not even match. What happened? I mean, I can't believe that they allowed that to pass in the QC. It's kind of sad. I mean, this is a really good head, but if you replace the head on him, he's gonna look different. He's gonna have some kind of weird spray-on tan look. I mean, that's sad. But it's a great face. I love the open mouth. The head sculpt is actually really good, but the coloring, sadly, it's just not gonna do it for me. Now with the articulation, again, we'll start with the head. Spins around quite nicely. It's a great side-to-side action, down and back. Even a little bit of movement in the neck, as you can see, which is really good. Let's see, shoulders go up quite nicely. Great T motion. And I love this. I guess it's a butterfly kind of a ball joint where you can go backwards some and then forward. Really makes for great posing on this.
Shoulder spin, yes, lovely. Bicep spin, great. Elbow articulation, like nicely double joints, perfect. Spins around, really good there. Let's see. It can do some torso articulation, kind of stops right on there. Almost feels like there's a band in there. Just get some resistance. You don't want to go too far there. It's really nice. Here at the lower torso at the abs. Let's find out. Nice spin around, that's great. Down, woo, nice. Going back some, ooh, great articulation back there. Let's see, legs, got a great split. I love the fact that you got, you can rotation right here, right at the upper thigh, knees bend, love it. Anything there? No. Oh, and this is really cool. I don't see this as often, but right here, you have this articulation, this rotation right there, right above the ankle, and I love that. I wish more action figures would have that. In fact, this might be the only action figure that I have that you can actually do that. And that's gonna make some great foot posing, which is kind of quintessential when it comes to a Street Fighter. Again, feet go down, go up, and ankle rocking back and forth. So really nice. Loving this figure, loving the details. Only bad thing about it is the head sculpt, and that's only bad because the paint, the skin color just does not match. So, well, let's go ahead and check out the size of this action figure. Now, putting the old ruler up to Fei Long here to see how tall he actually is, he looks to be about 6 and about 1/8 inches tall, which is actually a decent size. The website states that he's about 6 inches tall, so that's nice to know. And just for fun, I put Fei Long here in front of other action figures so you get an idea of how he'll stand out in your Nerdmazing collection. I honestly have to say, Jada Toys did a great job on the Fei Long sculpt here. All the muscle details are superb, his clothing is on point. I mean, they really captured his essence here in this figure. Great job! And I am so blown away on the articulation for a figure that cost just under $25. I mean, the amount of poses you could do with this action figure is phenomenal, as well as just what I was able to achieve on keeping him balanced. If you've seen some of those poses in the detail sections, as well as what you're watching right now in the pros and cons sections, you're gonna be blown away. And honestly, that one piece that I talked about, that articulation right above the ankle where you can just kind of turn that whole section around that includes the ankle and the foot, that is just mind-blowing to me. I love that so much. And what you get with the accessories and the alternate pieces on this figure based on the price point, I think was really fair. Again, another set of head, some alternate hands, alternate head, and I'm really loving that translucent flame effect that you can put on his leg. And it's always nice to have a superpower effect to an action figure. For those kids who played Street Fighter growing up, you definitely get the nostalgia effect. And being that Fei Long was introduced in the Street Fighter 2 era, if I'm not mistaken, it's awesome to have him. It's awesome to add him to the Street Fighter collection. I am so looking forward to growing this Jada Toys line with all the releases. Now, as for some of the cons that I have two. One was the alternate head paint. That sculpt looks awesome. I still have no clue how they allowed that different shade of coloring for his skin to pass. It's kind of a bummer. And it just takes away from the overall figure because I can only see as a bad tan job. And this other part's not much of a con per se, but you are going to have to use a little bit of hardware if you're going to achieve certain poses with this action figure using that flame effect kit. Because of how heavy it is, and based on Fei Long's signature move, you're not going to be able to keep him upright or achieve that kind of effect, generally speaking, balancing him on one leg. So some action figure hardware is going to be needed to achieve some of his cool jumping moves as well as that flying, flaming high kick that he does. Even though Fei Long won't be appearing in any more Street Fighter video games in the future, which is sad. But for all those Fei Long fans out there, you can still collect him as an action figure from Jada Toys. Even though it has a few minor issues, I still think this action figure is great to add to someone's Street Fighter collection. And I love the fact that Jada Toys is releasing more characters from this franchise. What's this? You want to check out more Street Fighter action figures from Jada Toys? Well, check out this Ryu one here. Or maybe something like this is more your style. Well, thanks for joining me here on Nerdmazing, and as always, be passionate in what you do, share your passion with others, and be kind to one another, as this world can always use more goodness in it. This is Adam of Nerdmazing, and I'll see you next time.